spot will do. My eyebrows aren't looking too angry. Just had them waxed. That's why I'm just checking that they're not like massively red on the screen, although we'll never know until we do the edit. But hi guys, welcome back. I missed you. Hello. Where have you all been? Where have I been is more the question. If you're just stumbling upon this and have never watched any of my videos and wondering who this person is and what's going on, my name is Elle. I'm an interiors and lifestyle DIYer, blogger, YouTuber, whatever you want to call me. And this is my channel, and I have a blog, and I have all the other stuff that will be linked down below. If you're a regular subscriber and just like, finally, she's back, where's she been, what's been going on? I'm really sorry guys, that like, not sorry, it is a sorry but not sorry situation of just, I needed the break. I feel like if you were watching the last couple of my, particularly the vlogs, you may have seen just kind of in my presence that I was heading that way. Just a lot happened in this short space of time. A lot of stuff is going on, a lot of changes are happening, particularly one that you may notice in the background currently. And it was just, I was needing a break and stuff. So yeah, I just had to stop filming and just kind of, I mean, I stopped a lot of content creation and just really kind of like took a breather and took a step back. But I wanted to pick up just to kind of catch up with everyone. And yeah, just have a bit of filming because I did miss filming. I'm glad I took the break, but I missed creating content. So yay, hi guys. So yeah, what has been going on? I feel like I'll start with the most recent thing, which is something that looks a bit different. You are on my sofa, but you may be noticing it doesn't look like my sofa. That is because we got a new one. It wasn't planned. I'm still in the doghouse for setting this whole situation up, but I'm so glad we did it. This is like the sofa that I've been looking at getting for ages, and it was just one of those days where I was just bored at work and I just was like, I'll have a little look on Facebook Marketplace, you know, just respark stuff, and then I saw it and was like, this is too good to be true. I won't go on anymore because I actually did film this a little bit. So let's just rewind to a couple of days ago and let Pastel talk about this experience, and then I will pick right back up. Okay, impromptu filming here. Like, I've literally just got home and taken off my work trousers and put on some leggings. I've still got sunnies on from commuting home, but I thought I'd film this, as I might have already explained, I might have explained, potentially picking up something. So I thought I'd document sort of just the process of getting it. So I've just ran and got the tape measure. I'm going to measure where the sofa is and just triple check. I've already done this millions of times, but I'm going to triple check to make sure that it would fit in our space. And then I need to measure the car to see if it could fit in the car. I think it can, because by the looks of it, it's no, like kind of each individual bits is no bigger than the armchair, and I managed to get that into the car. So we just need to see. So let me set you up, we'll get measuring, and then we'll measure the car, and then hopefully we can make this bargain happen. 252 in length. Okay. You're looking unconvinced here. Lee's down out of shot. By the way guys, in case you're wondering who I'm speaking to. Okay, just running it on the floor. Okay, that's it bumped up to the wall. That's not far.
Bigger than Margot.
That's not bigger than Margot.
Okay, take away the engine.
But in terms of fitting in the room, that's fine, isn't it? 252 out to here. That's nothing.
Yeah, but if I think like here, where the door is and stuff like. It's cramped. I'm thinking for him to be like freely running around, like it's gonna take more space of him.
I don't think it's necessary.
Maybe if you got rid of the the door, you know, the table.
My vintage table?
I'm trying to work with you, but.
Okay, it's 88 in width.
About standard then?
Yeah, so it's just short, like a tiny bit short of an hour's. And then the shade is 163. That's fine. Coming out to here, it'll be there. Yeah?
Yeah.
It would remove this side table. I mean, we can push stuff back. There's one more thing that I'm not gonna like. we push it back. What, is that what you wanted all this time? Okay, let me just measure and see if I can get it into Margot first.
Yeah, let's go to all steps of if it all work, and then we'll
start off
have another conversation.
Okay, to Margot, guys. Okay, babe, do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, it's good news, good news. So, the total length, if we take the arms off, which we'd have to anyway because of them, how thick they are, would fit into Margot, which for record is a Citroen C1 for anyone interested. So it would case of you'd have to sit behind me because it would go the full length of the car, and also the shades. Okay, so I'm gonna make a cheeky offer, see if they go for it. So let's go and sit down on the laptop and I'll explain everything. Okay guys, so apologies for Moonhead. Like I said, we've been at work, we've only just got home. It was a non-hair wash day. Also, if you can hear anything in the background, it is Dash chewing ferociously on his toy. So I've got the listing up in front of me. I'll insert some screenshots so you can see what I'm seeing. So I was just browsing Facebook Marketplace at lunchtime. I wasn't really thinking anything like that. I was just having a look at what was available, as you do when you're bored. And I just thought I'll type in IKEA Aircot to see what comes up. I have no intention at any point of buying a sofa. It was just a let's just see how it goes. And then this thing came up. Currently it's 21 hours old, so it's not that old at all. And it is the exact sofa that we want, the chaise 3-seater sofa. It comes in the white slip colours, which for those who are unaware, the white version, I think it's available in the US, but it's no longer available in the UK, which is just rude. So it's in the colour that I wanted to get the sofa in. Originally I was looking at getting it in a different colour and then paying more money to get the white covers. So the fact that it comes in the white is amazing. It's only 2 years old, so it's still fairly new. I mean, this sofa behind us I think is about 6 or 7 years old, so it's, you know, fine. So it's currently listed, like I said, it's 21 hours ago, it's currently listed at $250. I don't think anyone else has saved it. It doesn't really say that anyone else is interested. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go in with a cheeky offer. I've already messaged her, so she kind of knows I'm interested because she's answered that it's 2 years old. I'm thinking if I go in and say if you know, if I can pick it up tomorrow, it depends on how quickly she wants to get rid of it. But if I can pick it up tomorrow, I mean, maybe even this evening, although it's a bit late this evening, so maybe tomorrow after work, will she take, I'm gonna go in 175. That's a huge reduction, but I'm gonna be bold. I mean, my maximum I think is gonna be 200. Like, it'd be great if we could get it for that, but it's not necessarily what we need it for, and that's just kind of what I'm bearing in mind with this listing. So let me see if she'll take the bait. Okay, sent. Right, I will catch back up to you if and when she responds. So I'll see you in a bit. Lolling at the fact, guys, that I'm just searching front door into living room spaces for ideas. And look, I was like, hey, that living room looks familiar. That's because that's my blog post about it. So, oh, bless you, Dash. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep researching. Okay guys, update. I've just seen the notification come through on my phone. So I haven't clicked to say I've read it because it's just one little line. I'm playing the long game here, guys. Really playing for this. So she says call it 200. So she's negotiated down 50. So, I mean, what did I go at in? 175, which was 25. So it's a £75 reduction. So she's coming down to 50. I'm tempted to eke her a little bit further because she seems motivated.
I'd say leave it.
You say what?
The sofa 600 quid originally, yeah?
Yep.
She's dropping 50 quid off it.
Yeah.
For you it's 15 quid, but you could blow the whole deal.
Oh, that's true. You are the sensible person here. Okay, should I just say deal? 200. Okay, I'm gonna say 200 is fine. Oh my god. So that is literally us saving £450 off a sofa, brand new, which, including that it's coming with the covers that I want, which would have been about 200 and something that I've seen on some of the websites. We're saving the whole sofa, basically. We're saving the price of the sofa to get the sofa that we want, which I think is perfect. Like, it looks in good condition. It's 2 years old. It's not that old at all. It will do us for now, and I'm sure when we move into our forever home, we'll get a new sofa later on down the line, but this one will do. Also, I've come to the conclusion that I'm going to try it in the place that I want it to be in, but if it can't be in that space, then I'm going to push it back, cover the door, and then just buy a load of curtains that match these curtains to cover it, and then it will just always look like our window that we never open, basically. So that could be a future makeover one day. So yeah, let me go. Oh, Dash is getting wild. Hello, baby. Do you want to say hi to your fans? Come here. Do you want to say hi? No, you're just playing with your new fox. Okay. Alright, I'm going to respond back to her now and say deal, and then just see when she's available tomorrow after work, and then yeah, go from there. But oh my god. So okay, so next time you guys see this, I will be picking the sofa up. So see you in a bit, guys. So yes, as you can see, we have a new sofa in the house. I will give you a full view of the sofa in a little bit. I can't wait to show you it in full. And yes, we did manage to fit the sofa in the car, much to everyone's amazement and husband's annoyance. So if you are inquiring about can you take certain furniture home in a small car, a 3-seater IKEA sofa with a chaise can fit into a Citroen C1. Just so you're aware. But it has kind of put a hard line now. I don't think I can get away with doing big furniture like this again in the car. After that evening, it was very much like Lee put a hard line of, you will pay the premium and get someone to deliver. Like, I am never doing that again, and I respect that. I knew it was taking the Michael when I requested it, and I knew that like I probably would never be able to do that again. So we'll stick to smaller furniture next time off Facebook Marketplace. But I'm so glad I got it. I absolutely love it. We built it last night, again, much to husband's annoyance, but I was just like 8 o'clock in the evening, I was like, do you wanna like do it? I mean, really there was no other choice of what to do in the evening, because like we've got no internet. We're just kind of going through a kind of switcheroo over. The guy's coming Monday to sort everything out, but yeah, there's like, we can't watch any TV because we only watch streaming stuff. So it's very humbling not having internet. Luckily my neighbor has given me their Wi-Fi password, just so at least like I can receive and make calls, because we have such bad signal in this house. Like, it all has to kind of be done on the internet as such. But we don't want to take the Michael by like abusing their Wi-Fi with like, you know, using up their ability to kind of watch anything and stuff. But it is humbling. It's made me realize how very dark ages the 90s were. Like, this is truly like back in the 90s, like my childhood of like when we didn't have internet and stuff. It's an interesting time. So yeah, can't wait for the internet to come back. But yeah, well, I thought, well, whilst we're plowing through the small DVD collection that we have available, which for anyone under the age of, you know, 25, a DVD is a CD that like hosted like a film on it. Like, it's kind of what Netflix was before. They used to send them out to you rather than having them on your TV, and you put it into something and it plays it. And literally I've got a couple of like DVDs that I refuse to get rid of because they're just classic films that I'm not sure are available anymore on like streaming stuff. It's like Audrey Hepburn films, Casablanca, etc. So we're just making our way through those films while we've got the opportunity. Clueless is one of them, and I might watch that this afternoon if I get a bit of free time. But yes, I just thought we'll build a sofa in that time frame. It's looking a little bit disheveled though, this room. I'll show you the full picture of kind of what's going on, but let's just say the room is not up to standard. It is sparking me completing this makeover in this room, but it's not going to happen for a while. I'll explain a bit more later when I give you the full kind of view of everything. But yeah, that's kind of the other thing, the major thing that's happened recently. The other major thing that has happened is that I have a new job, or getting a new job. Basically, I'm in my last month of my notice period with my current employer. So by the time you watch this, I'll probably be a week or so out. So yes, I'm moving jobs. I'm still in marketing and whatnot. But the company that I'm going to, it's an opportunity I couldn't turn down. It's got amazing employee benefits, and it's got an amazing like work-life balance. Like they're just offering like 1 or 2 days in the office, which is incredible. It's going to save me so much money and like just commuting time and everything like that, the wonders of like hybrid working. So that's exciting, and that I cannot wait to start and dive into the projects that they've got like set for me and everything like that. And then in general, just kind of life stuff. The reason why I kind of took a break was like I was just feeling very much like a lot of pressure, and it was becoming not fun to do stuff, and I don't ever want like creating content and that lot to feel like too much of a job that you want to escape from. Like I was starting to lose the love for it, and then things weren't quite working out when I was working on like little mini DIY projects and stuff, and then that was becoming like annoying because it meant they pushed everything back. And I just took a hard reset with everything, just because I thought I need to just kind of reevaluate everything and see where I'm up to. And then like I was meant to start hello Dash, you saying hi to your fans? So yeah, like there were meant to be a certain room makeover happening, and I'll explain more in a bit, but that was meant to be starting, but that has been paused several times due to different things. So it's all been a bit up in the air, but it's really made me kind of evaluate sort of the work-life balance when it comes into content creation. Off. He's on the counter, 1 second. Dashel, off. That was the male person. Male person. Yeah, male person. Sorry there, guys. He was barking at the male person. He was just getting himself wound up a little bit. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought. I do apologise. But in summary, it is a lot of like just things kind of stop things going, took a hard reset thing, and then it's just made me reevaluate everything. Like just finding a bit more of that work-life balance in terms of content creation and whatnot. So I'm coming back with more regular content, but it's not going to be as regular as it used to be. I'm going to try and aim for every other week with something, but I don't want to be too strict and say that, because you know, if stuff comes up where I can't do that, like that's fine. It's not going to happen, and I just hope you guys understand that like if this isn't my full-time job yet, if it ever becomes a thing, and I do have to prioritize my mental well-being and stuff, you know, and that's just kind of where we are up to. And I also want to say, like, there may be times where there's more content. Like obviously we've got Lisbon. I don't know if I've ever really mentioned this in any vlogs, but we're going to Lisbon at the end of August. So obviously like my plan is on my little content calendar, I want to do a bit of like a packing with me video, but then I want to do like a travel vlog, and rather than you wait 2 weeks for that travel vlog to come out, I'm just going to release it that week as a little bonus video or something like that. So there's those kind of things that like I'm doing, and I kind of want to set a schedule so I don't fall off track, but I also don't want to be too kind of rigid and everything. So that's kind of where we are, but everything's just like kind of doing its things. We've got some new goals and whatnot in terms of house buying. I'll talk about that, yeah. We were looking at like, yeah, what we kind of want to do, and although it's not going to stop the room makeovers, it's just not going to be as major productions as I wanted to, but we are looking to save for a house for next year. We thought maybe we could do it this year, but it just turns out it's a bit turmoil in the housing market here in the UK, particularly for first-time buyers. So kind of aiming for that, and yeah, just really kind of enjoying ourselves and whatnot. I need to have a drink of Stanley, 1 second. Oh my god, this is so good for keeping your water ice cold. Like, you can hear the ice cube in there, it's still going strong. So yeah, so we're Saturday today. Literally nothing to do. As I may have mentioned, like I had to take him out for WALK quite early because it's going to be like 27 degrees like at 12, so it's just gone like 11:30 now, so I just thought I'd take him out while it's early, and then hopefully I can take him out this evening, but it's like going to be 23 degrees like 8 o'clock according to the weather app, so you might be getting a walk at midnight. So that's kind of all the stuff. Got my nails done. I went short and just kind of my very basic dark nude that she has for me, and I need to do the food shop, and I've got washing on, I need to hang that out, and I've got gardening. It's a very wholesome like coastal grandmother vlog, so hopefully you're along for the ride for that. But before we start any of that, let me show you the kind of current situation. Let me talk you through some exciting things that should be coming up as and when we get to them. So sip, and then let's go on a little tour of the house. Okay, starting in here, which is a complete mess. The house also needs like a deep clean, so you're just gonna have to ignore the mess for now. But this was the actual room makeover we were gonna start with, was the kitchen makeover, and I had big grand plans for it. They've scaled back a bit, but everything's a little bit on hold in this room due to this thing here. So in case you've ever looked at photos, particularly from this angle, oh, just walk into my pantry cupboard, and thought, where the hell is her oven? My oven is right here in the middle of the island. So this is the oven, and this is the hob with its lid. The gas, the spark has gone on the hob. Apparently this hob is over 25 years old, so it was high time it needed replacing. I'm currently waiting for somebody to come in and replace that. Unfortunately, it's not going to have a cover because apparently they do not even make hobs anymore with the cover, which is annoying. That it's really good for when you're serving and like preparing, otherwise literally you only have that bit, so we're going to have to get used to losing more counter space. But the other thing is that, sorry, let me just move the Selfridges food haul bag. But the other thing is literally the hob isn't going to be as wide anymore. I think he said apparently it's going to be like coming out to here, so there's going to be a massive gap at the back, which could mean that we need a whole new countertop. This is peel and stick contact paper, as you can see. It's becoming a bit of wear and tear, and I was going to sort that out, particularly can I see one bit there in the makeover, but obviously I don't really want to start in here until they sort out the hob and, you know, fix the counter, whether it be they get a whole new system in place or not. So this is definitely the makeover you'll see next. How quickly we get to it, I do not know. And things that we're going to do to this room is we're painting all the cabinets. I have come to the realization, as much as I love the look of a white kitchen, I just can't do it when like we have a dog. And it's not to say that I won't ever have a white kitchen again. It's just like, this is the entrance he comes in. When he's muddy, you know, he shakes, he goes all over everywhere, and I hate it. So I think until we have like a home with a utility mudroom situation where he can go in when he's muddy, like it's just got to be like go dark in here. Same here with this bit, which I was originally gonna tear down and redo, but actually I'm just gonna repaint it. I'm gonna go dark with this here. We're gonna keep the, like I said, the countertops the same. We just need to literally just fix up little bits where it's getting a little bit shabby. Slash, if we do end up having a new countertop, I'm going to see if I can talk to the guy about just getting a faux marble one, and then that will save time and effort. I'm going to look at replacing all the knobs. We're keeping this one light. It just needs some patches, touch-ups, paint situation. But I didn't want too dark, particularly because we've got this built in, and I figured it looked weird if this was white and then this was all dark. So we're keeping that one white, just to match everything up. I was looking at replacing the sink with like a second-hand light one in white, but now I've decided I'm just going to keep this sink situation, but I am going to look for a different tap because this tap is just awful. I want one that's a swan neck, that's easier to swivel. And then the only other thing really is freezer. If you guys don't know, the fridge freezer opens this way. It's how it came. It looks bare. I need to go food shopping, guys. And it's fine, but it is annoying. The door does swivel on this. It's just we've never really been able to work it out, so I've had the confidence to just go for it, but we're gonna go for it. So then hopefully it'll open the other way. It'll be much more, you know, manageable. What are you eating? One second, guys, he's got a hold of something. Okay, my dog was chewing on a wooden dowel. I don't know where he got that from, where it's come from, but again, the wonders of being a pet owner. So yeah, before I was really interrupted, what I was saying was the only thing I'm thinking of, again, not a major thing, but I would love it, is just to, ooh, sneak peek, I want to look at replacing this pantry. This is actually, if I go this way, it'd be easier. This is a Billy bookcase with the glass doors. Absolutely love it. It works for now. I definitely would change the knobs. It's something I'd like to look at, but I just think it's a bit too like modern, and I want a bit of a rustic wood element, and I've just realized something else that I need to talk to you guys about in terms of a DIY in here. So I kind of want to get like a wooden Welsh dresser, but now kind of also thinking about it, I think once everything goes dark, will it be too much wood and browns and stuff like that? So we may just keep this in here for a bit of lightness, we'll see. But rustic element wise, what I did want to have a look at was building a faux mantle across this bit. This is the old chimney to the house, so this chimney breast kind of goes up into our bathroom. I mean, realistically, like I've seen my neighbour's kitchen, they've blown the whole thing out and put the oven in there because it has like kind of a natural extractor fan situation. But no, they decided here just to create this really awkward opening that like no one can get to. So I thought if I put like a little wooden mantle across there, like made it aged and whatnot, it'd be a nice little feature, and then just do one single picture above it and change the artwork in here so it's a bit more rustic. So it's a few little things. The major like project will be the painting, but yeah, it's going to be a nice little makeover in here. And then into the living room, let's show you the sofa. Da, 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 da. So this is the, I'm going to butcher the name, apologies to the Swedish people that may watch this. This is the IKEA Ekorp 3-seater chair with chaise. And I'm absolutely in love with it. She needs a steam before anyone says anything. I'm fully aware of the wrinkles. We just got it on last night, but I'm going to steam it. Do not worry about that. This chair does match the armchair that you would have seen me also pick up on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, has he found his spot? I think we're all trying to decide where our spots are, except me, because my spot is right here and always will be on the shades. Yes, the sofa is there behind. If this is not gone by the time this vlog comes up, if you would like a free sofa, please let me know and we can arrange for you to come and collect it. But yeah, the sofa is in, and then it's become very obvious, as you would have seen from Pastel talking about the kind of position of the sofa, it definitely wouldn't have worked where the old sofa was because of it sticking out. Like, little guy would have had no room to move around. So once this goes, we are going to push everything back. I'm going to get matching curtains and then cover the door completely, because it is a bugbear to see sofas pushed up to the door, but it's just going to have to be that situation here. So I'm going to move, like, cover it up, hopefully fit this table in there that was kind of on the edge there where the old sofa was. If it doesn't quite work, I'll get something else. We've also removed the radiator cover that was on here. So the entryway situation is completely gone. And I am going to DIY a back bench to go behind the sofa, because I do not like it when sofas are completely pushed up to the wall. It's a really dated thing. So I want to get like a little console table that goes behind it, just so it looks bigger and not fully pushed up to the wall. Plus we'll have a bit of extra for kind of like setting things down, and then we can, you know, incorporate the radiator behind it, put some grates on it, and create some bits for adding charging points and whatnot. So that will be all there. The rug's pulled up for the moment. The rug is definitely going to be too small for this space, but I'm going to have to work with it now until we can afford to get a bigger rug. But yeah, I think once it pulls back, it's going to be a really large, like, living space. I think this mirror might actually have to move a little bit this way, just because of where the arm ends. But I'm so happy that we've got the sofa. And the reason why I went for it was because of the white covers. I really wanted the white covers for that kind of coastal grandmother look. But obviously they don't do the white covers here in the UK, so the fact that I was able to get it was amazing. Now I know what you're going to say, guys. Hello, you have a dog. How are you going to do a dog with a white cover? These are all removable, so if the worst situation happened, I could quite easily just throw them in the washing machine. This colour here is the light beige, so I am going to look at getting the light beige one just to play around with it, particularly, you know, if we want to like warm the sofa up in the winter, etc, etc. But I am not that particular when it comes to these things, apart from like tomato sauce. I have told Lee he's just not allowed to eat on here if he's having pasta or anything like that, even though I'm the person in this house that spills. But yeah, I'm not that kind of particular with stuff. This sofa already, if you have a look, has a few little marks and dog hairs on it. It's fine. I hoover this sofa every single week. Like, this one got a proper like TLC moment. So it's what you expect, like when you have puppies or animals or kids even. Like, I just don't think like just because you've got something that's going to make a mess that you should have to go one way. Like, you can incorporate designs, you just have to be smart about it and accepting that a white sofa may get marked. Like, it just may happen. We're also really lucky that like this time of year, like I could wash this overnight and then get these hung up outside and they'd be dry by the time like it's finished. The sofa, like I said, just needs a bit of an iron on the skirts and stuff like that. I do think the back cushions in particular do need a bit of restuffing and rezhuzhing. Dash has already, if you can see, tried to lay on the back here as he did with the old sofa. So we're going to have to encourage him not to do that. And like, look, he's got a nice big bit situation there. In this room, I think the only things I really need to do, I don't even know if I told you, like the wall got painted, guys. I'm pretty sure last time you were here, this was all kind of plastered. We painted it. It's all good again, guys. But yeah, in here, new rug situation, rearranging the furniture and doing those DIY bits. All the artwork needs changing. I'm hoping to do that soon. And then I think that's really it. It's only a few little design bits and bobs that need sorting out, but other than that, I think this space is great. And then I think we'll be done with these 2 spaces for the year. I lie. That we'll do 1 more space, which will be, no, 2, I lie again, guys. We're doing 2 spaces. I'll talk about those another time, but these 2 rooms are the priorities. Hopefully we can get them done fairly soon. But it's kind of what's happening with projects. Let me set you up again and let's talk face to face. Okay guys, we're back on the sofa. I can't put you on the fireplace because I can't get to it because of the coffee table. But yeah, what was I about to talk to you about? Oh my god, the Dory brain is like on it today. I can't tell you how much that like my dyslexia has come out tenfold in like the last kind of couple of weeks. Like, my executive functioning has gone out the window. Like, I walk into rooms, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, it's very high on like everything's happening. In case you guys didn't know, like dyslexia does cause kind of like kind of cognitive things in terms of like, I think a lot of people say like dyslexia people have a lot of like ADHD like symptoms, which at one point I was thinking, did I have ADHD? But the more like research I've done into it, I think it's just a lot more of my dyslexia coming out. So dyslexia obviously is like spelling, grammar, reading, writing, or anything communication wise, which is why you may see me kind of like trip up on words and stuff like that. But it also can be things like executive functioning, hyper focusing, and all that kind of stuff. And I've just noticed recently they've really come out tenfold, my symptoms. But yeah, oh god, I hate the fact that I've just forgotten what I was gonna say. That was it. Oh my god, it's just come back to me. Okay, so basically what I was saying about room makeovers was, obviously before I used to kind of do a room project and be doing like 1 episode at a time, and that would be the only thing I would work on until it was completed. And the problem I was struggling with is certain things like the living room. I don't necessarily have the funds yet to kind of do that all in one go, nor do I kind of want to do that. Like, the living room is not really that space that needs that kind of all in one go kind of room makeover. Kitchen would be a kind of like an all-in-one makeover, but there's other rooms around the house, like the home office and the bedroom, which are the ones I will work on in the future, that might be a bit more stop and starty. So that's kind of another reason why I've kind of like paused on the kind of content creation, because it's really hard when you can't go straight into those projects and just have that be like the one continuous theme for that kind of month or so. But I hope you guys kind of do enjoy the that's Mr. Bear, like the stop starty sometimes of it, and like where it's a major kind of renovation thing, I will try and do as much as I can to kind of keep them cohesive together. But it could be like 1 minute we're doing a bit of a makeover, then we do a vlog, and then we go back to the makeover situation. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. If you are interested in any of the rental room makeovers, the playlist will be linked down below, and they're all there for you to binge whenever you like. I've been rambling on enough to you guys. There's a couple of things I do want to show you else that I've recently purchased that I want to show off, and you know, maybe you guys would be interested in. But for now, I think what I'm gonna do is, I've got the washing going, I'm gonna get myself to Asda before it gets too busy and get some food in, and then let's make ourselves some lunch, because I've had no coffee today because I was stupid. And when I was turning out the door, because I'm time blind at the moment, so I literally was running late and then turned up half an hour early. But in my brain I was like, okay, you can either put the washing on, make yourself some breakfast smoothies, or have caffeine. Which one are you going to go for? And stupidly my brain said, we're going to be an adult and have a smoothie. And I regret it, because I really just wanted to have the coffee, even though I would have been really hangry and probably wouldn't have eaten for a long time afterwards. I hate being a grown-up sometimes, making stupid grown-up decisions that are actually good for you. Anywho, alright, I'm going to leave you to chill out, mates, okay? You're going to have some smoothies. I'll get one of your licky mats out. And yeah, I'm going to go and do the weekly food shop. So, yeah, I'll take you guys along, see what we can film in Asda, however interesting that may be. But yeah, let's go food shopping. Okay, before we go, guys, I am going to show you my outfit, because I look bloody cute and coastal today. This is actually one of the outfits that I usually wear to work, particularly at this time of year, but I really was saving this outfit for wearing it at the weekend, because I find I wear all my best outfits to work, and then like all you guys ever see me in when I film on the weekends is literally like leggings and a top. So I'm saving some of my good fashion for the weekend. But this is my little look. This blue thing, by the way, here is a cooling mat for puppies. I will link it down below because I can highly recommend it. It's really nice, like gel one. It keeps them super cool, so you encourage them to lie on it when they're hot. And I've supercharged it because you don't have to freeze it or anything, but I put it on the concrete floor in the laundry room, and it just supercharges it and makes it nice and cool. But back to the outfit, we have a little crew stripe number from Sea Salt, but I picked this up at my M&S. I'll link it down below, as with the whole outfit. The clots, well, they're not clogs. These are just wide leg trousers that are meant to be like cropped, but on me they're regular length. It's just hilarious how short my legs are. I'm 5'2" for reference, but these are really old from H&M. I'm gonna see if they have any available. I've been looking because I really want to get a blue pair and more of the light colours for summer, but I haven't found them yet, so if I do find them I will link them. Boating shoes are M&S ones, and then Katie Loxton bag, but I look so cute and coastal today. So yeah, this is my little outfit. I'm gonna go grab the bags and we're gonna go food shopping. Oh my god, it's so warm out there, like I can't stand it, my face is red. Oh, I have to hang out the washing as well, and I just don't want to be out there. But yes, unpacked everything, just taking the recycling out to the bin. Just fed Dashel a little watermelon treat, as we call it in this house. Yes, I did buy the fans. I know it would have been much cheaper to buy a whole watermelon, but I just can't be bothered when literally it's just for him to cool off. Like, it's such a good little treat for doggies to help them keep cool and regulated. I just was like, the fans will do. I'm going to take these to the fridge and give you a little tour of what's going on there, because I feel like it's been a while since I've shown you how to organise a fridge. So let me turn you around. Okay, so as we have spoken about, fridge opens awkwardly, but oh, it looks so much better, full of food, and there's nowhere for these to go. Alright, just going to put you down for 1 second. Okay, watermelon has been stored right in the back there because this fridge is packed full of stuff, which is a good feeling as long as we use all of it, otherwise I'm just going to cry. So the fridge is looking like this at the moment. I'm very particular about how I organise my fridge. There are already a few things throwing me off, but this is the way we are at the moment. We've just not been able to fit everything in there. So on top we have all the oat milks, like the spare ones. We have the Diet Cokes. I know, guys, I don't want any lectures. Some people drink alcohol, I drink Diet Coke. You know, these are the ways. It's life for me. It's never gonna go anywhere anytime soon. And then I think behind the Mahusif cauliflower for £1, there's like other little tubs and stuff, which are like where we do Dash's sweet potatoes and stuff for his dinner, but it's not quite seeable with that cauliflower, but we are going to use that cauliflower on Monday, so I'm just putting it there. And then second shelf is kind of like obviously dairy products. So we have all the cheeses here, we have spreads, watermelon and some sour cream, and then we've got some eggs behind here, a Lonely craft beer for Lee, which he'll probably want when he gets home today. And then I picked up some kimchi because I love kimchi on like a toasty or just with salad or anything like that. And then lazy garlic, because we are lazy now with garlic. Lee was like, I can't buy it, but if you buy it, I was like, I'll buy it for you, babe, don't you worry. And then we've got packed lunch stuff, which is mainly Lee's drawer, and then yogurt drawer, which is mainly Lee's drawer. And then we've got a milk, which I think Lee picked up to have with his cereal because he can't have the oat milk on his cereal, he just doesn't like it. And then that jar is Dash's bone broth for his dinners to keep him nice and healthy. Then we have like the meals box, which has like chicken and fish in there, and then stuff for tonight, and then some stuff for my lunches, and then a packet of blueberries because there was nowhere else to put it. And then we have a butternut squash, which again we're going to be using in lunches, some grapes. Behind there is some leftovers, which I'm going to have tomorrow. And then we have a nice fridge drawer full of lovely rainbow coloured fruits and veggies, all good. Obviously milk sits there. You can't tell we drink oat milk in this house. I have almond milk in my coffee, but this was on offer and I love hazelnut milk in a coffee, so I thought I'd just grab one just for the fun of it. And then I have my coconut milk in my smoothies, and then Lee drinks oat milk in his coffees. And then this is just non-organised condiments. And then that is the fridge done. Okay, oh God, what's happening with my hair? There we go, I'm gonna put it up in 5 minutes anyway. So I have the oven on, I'm gonna make myself some lunch. I'm just going to get prepared now so that I can hang up the washing, and then by the time I'm done, dinner should be ready to go. I'm going with this for my dinner. This is an all plants miso and tamari butter bowl, which has, what does it say it has in it? Japanese style tamari and chili glazed tofu, edamame and lime squash. Smash, sorry, not squash. Dakiton? D-A-I-K-O-N, something. Oh, my phone is going off. Edamame and carrot, cabbage sauce with mirin dressing, and bulgur wheat and quinoa grain mixed. There we go. That was painful. It's the miso and tamari butter bowl, if anyone was interested. So this is with all plants. I'm going to put ad up here. This is not part of the collaboration I have already done with all plants on my socials, but it just seems fair to be transparent with you guys that, you know, I'm having this meal because they gifted me a box of stuff. But I'm so glad they did, because working with them, I've just literally, me and my other half were saying, like, we're going to make sure that our freezer is regularly stocked with these, like the 2 people and 1 people, because they're so handy for just like having in the like freezer healthy meals to just grab and go. Like there was just one night last week where we couldn't be bothered to cook, so we had their like lasagna, their all veggie lasagna, and it was so delicious. It took like 40 to 45 minutes in the oven, and it was just so hassle-free. You can microwave these, but we don't have a microwave, so we have to put everything in the oven. I'll put my code up somewhere, either on here or in the description box down below. Hopefully it's still working. You can get yourself 45% off your first box and then 15% off your second and third. Again, this is not part of the collaboration, but because I really truly do enjoy the brand, and I'm so glad that I've got to test the products and try it out and whatnot, like I can't swear by these enough for people like myself who work full time, and sometimes just, you know, when you finish work at 5:30, you've had to fight your way to the train station, and then like all the trains are delayed, and then you've got to walk yourself home, and you've got to do everything else when you get home. Like the last thing you really want to do sometimes is cook. Like we're normally really good for it, but there are 1 or 2 times where we're just like, no, it's just not happening. And usually that would be the nights where we're like, do we want a pizza or do we want a takeaway? And we always just like, we hate, not that we hate ourselves afterwards because we love pizza, but it's just always one of those where like, God, I wish we've just had that healthy meal so we just feel a little bit better rather than always going for that. And now we can be like, no, we've got stuff in, we're going to go with these. So this takes, I think it said 30 to 40 minutes in the oven, so that is my timer to get cracking on. Ooh, it looks so pretty. Cracking on with hanging everything up. I really don't want to go outside. And then after that, really, there's nothing else to do. Like, I have some gardening, but I'm not going to do anything like now. It's just too warm for me, and I don't want to be outside. I'm just that person that just doesn't like to cook. I don't want to be when it's too hot. Sorry, I'm just about to piss it. There we go. But yeah, I'm not a person like to be in direct sunlight. Shade, yes. Direct sun, absolutely not. Like even on holiday, I cover myself up. You shall see if you ever watch the Lisbon vlogs when they come up. I will be head to toe covered in the sunshine. But yeah, we need to do something, but I'm going to do it later when it cools off. And yeah, there's really nothing else to do after I've done these kind of like chores and stuff. So we can really do whatever. Oh, I have a battery flashing, so let me get this in the oven, let me get hanging up some washing, and then yeah, we'll crack on and catch up in a bit. Oh, that was my neighbour. We'll catch up in a bit. Okay, I'm looking egg-heady, but I've just pinned my hair back because I needed it off my neck. So hot, and yeah, have I got, oh no, that's just a spot. Oh, that's attractive. I thought that was a bit of food. No, it's a spot. But food-wise, that was delicious. I recommend that, like, Buddha bowl situation. It was really nutritious. I felt the headache all of a sudden, so I need to take some tablets. But Dash passed out on the other chair over there. I'm over here, really tired. Oh, update, the sofa's going tomorrow, which is really annoying how this happened. Not that it's going, because I'm so glad it's going, and then I can kind of rearrange the living room to be a bit more livable in, which is great. But somebody messaged me on our local village like Facebook page, because I put the link there and said, look guys, if you're interested. Just like, oh, my son and his girlfriend are moving in, like they'll love it. And I was like, oh, brilliant. And then I messaged Liam and was like, oh yeah, like got someone to get the sofa. And he was like, oh, did I not tell you? I already got someone, they're coming tomorrow. And I was like, no, you didn't. This is Dash, if you couldn't tell. And so yeah, then I had to go back to the woman, which is so annoying when you're a people pleaser, and be like, I'm really sorry, don't blame me, I'm really sorry, but my husband didn't tell me, I'm really sorry. Like, I was just proper like, oh no. But the sofa goes tomorrow, which is good. Hopefully sooner rather than later, which means that like we can push the sofa back and I can get a bit more sense of the room. But yeah, like, what time is it now? 3 o'clock. Lee, oh, you jumping up, Dash? Lee has pooped. Apparently it's really warm at the shop. It's like we don't have any heating in our little unit in the market, and if you've been to Leeds Market, it's like a glass house. It's like just beautiful. It's beautiful dome ceiling, but it is a glass house. So he is like cooking. Trying to get in the vlog. He's like cooking up and he's like, it's so warm. So I just sort of said like, you know what, if you want to, like, it's more annoying for me, but I was like, if you want to get a lift, like it's better than him getting on the train to come back. So probably gonna go and pick him up, and I'll bring him like a nice water for him to have so he can cool off in the aircon of the car. But yes, that probably won't be until about 6 o'clock-ish of that. So for me, it's just a lot of chilling out and relaxing, and I kind of don't know what to do with myself because I can't really watch. I mean, I can watch YouTubes like I have been watching, But yeah, it's just a very warm day. A very warm, lazy day. So, hello. Why are you huffing and puffing? Have you had enough water today? Oh, now look says you haven't. You had water. You're not too warm. I mean, you could be cooler. Should we get you on your mat? Yeah. Oh, you're cooking. Hello. Oh, do you want a frozen carrot? Should I get you a frozen carrot? Come on, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, this is what I mean by frozen carrot. It's just a carrot stick that we've cut and frozen. It's apparently a very nutritious like chew for them, but because it's cold, it obviously is nice and cooling for me. You are not having this on the sofa. Absolutely not. Come on, go to your bed. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on him so he doesn't hurt, get a choke on it. So yeah, like really just chilling out today and stuff. It's been lovely, by the way, catching up with you guys and just chatting like all the time. So I'm very glad I'm back. But I might pick up later. I might leave this here today just so, because there's literally nothing else going on, but I will pick back up tomorrow, most likely, when I am rearranging the room and talking through design strategies. So I will see you guys in a bit. I look like an egghead today. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday. We've been up since 6. It is boiling already. I am melting. So we need to open more windows in this home. Like I said, been up since 6. We did our usual tennis match that we do on a Sunday. Me and Lee go and play at like the free courts in the local park near us. When I say usual as well, this is the second time we've done it. We're hoping it becomes a regular habit because we actually, we're pros. Yeah, we are really pros. Like literally one game and I was already researching like pro rackets and all the lovely old money outfits and accessories. I'm going to put a post up of sort of like my tennis wish list on the blog very soon. It will be linked down below if it's already on there. But yeah, so had a game of tennis and we've just kind of got ready. I've not done anything with my hair, like washed it, hence why it's scraped back. Just some oil in it just to keep it nice and looked after. And then I wanted to make sure I got out and rearranged the pots and stuff outside, repotted some things on, and then watered everything and gave it food before it got too hot, because if you water them at high heat you can actually boil your plants or veggies. Yeah, and then also wash has been outside since 6 this morning and feel like it's practically dry already. Anyway, let me show you outside. It's a full day today. As I mentioned, Lee forgot to tell me that someone's picking up the sofa today, and you said they're coming at 11?
Yeah, I just gave them the address, so they don't confirm when they're leaving or if they will, because...
Okay, so they could turn up any time. So this is good. So yeah, the sofa will be taken, which means we can arrange the living room. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm not doing any house cleaning until then. But I will possibly do a tip run before we start all that, because there's a few things that have just been building up and stuff that we need to get out of the house. So I figured this is the perfect day for a tip run. Speaking of, you'll see some stuff outside. Just ignore that with the pretty garden. So yeah, let me take you outside. I am going to try and talk as normal as possible. If you hear me go quiet or I sound a bit weird, it is because like one of my neighbours' doors are open. They know what I do, but it's still embarrassing sometimes. So just forgive me if I suddenly stop talking or something like that. But I'll try and explain kind of where the garden is right now. Okay, we have confirmed all doors are closed at the moment, so you can see washing is all out. We have stuff that needs to go to the recycling centre and more stuff that is out. But this is kind of the lumps of growing. Everything has really bloomed. I have also taken lots of pictures because I'm planning to do sort of like monthly posts next year on like what to do when it comes to growing vegetables in containers. I just noticed you can see Diet Coke cans there. This vlog is not sponsored by Diet Coke, but it seems to appear a lot. But yeah, you kind of have to take pictures now for this time next year. But we've got the usual tree here with the rosemary that I've cut back and it's starting to grow nicely again. I've moved the tomatoes from the greenhouse behind me, which I'll show you in a bit. which I don't know if I've introduced on the vlog at all, but they were starting to get really big and I needed to give them some support, so we put them here. I've replanted on the artichokes. I've got 2, and then I'm just going to see if my neighbour wants this one because I have no more pots and I can't be bothered. I can't believe I'm saying this, to buy any more pots. Ooh, we've disappeared. There we go. I've moved a little small pot of basil here because basil's meant to be really good for deterring anyone coming near tomato plants, so I figured this would be good here. And then the lavender tree is back there, so I am like right in the middle of all my washing. And then it's looking a bit sad at the moment, but that's just because it's been watered on. But I've got rainbow chard, red chard, and I think this is either orange or yellow chard. That is definitely a yellow chard. And then this is all my carrots growing, which is incredible. I can't wait to harvest all this. And then in between there is chard, because it's apparently really good for stopping carrot flies, so to protect all my carrots. So looking forward to harvesting these. That's the cherry blossom tree that is done for the year, but it's still looking gorgeous. Here's kind of like my pride and joy. We've got lots of gorgeous courgettes or zucchinis if you're from the US. I'm seeing a few starting to take form now, which is going to be amazing. Definitely though, I need to space them out more and maybe move some into some pots and stuff next year, so that's something to bear in mind. And literally got some runner beans behind there doing their thing, but I feel like the the courgettes are taking over a little bit. They're definitely climbing, as you can see, which is nice to see. But yeah, I feel like I'm hoping they get enough sun, so that's something to bear in mind. And then over here I got some new cushions, ignore the rubbish, new cushions for my habitat. I thought they just look really nice on the bench. And then I don't know if I vlogged this at all, but I filled in the borders again where everything died with more lavender, some herbs, and then huge Annabelle hydrangeas which are ready to bloom, and I cannot wait. And it's looking overgrown and gorgeous in this corner. And then over here, past all the rubbish, through the washing again, small little tub of lavender doing its thing. Over here we have the olive tree, Annabelle hydrangea, pretty much matching up to what's going on over there, although I think this one needs a bit of help and support just to push everything up. Here we have Dash's Zen garden. So this was like a little bunch of herb seeds that are meant to be very good for dogs and encourage like sniffing, so we're growing them here, but we obviously can harvest them. More wildling here, which is just nice to have overflowing. And then over here is the pride and joy. So this is the little greenhouse. I got it for £15, I think it was, from the garden centre, and it's not exactly high tech at all, but I absolutely love it, and it's done really well with like helping grow stuff. This time I've got some peppers growing in there that I feel like I need to support, maybe. I hope I've got enough room if I do support them. But yeah, I've got them in there and I've moved them up. I've got like one lonely leek doing its thing that I think needs to be moving into a pot. So as much as I said I didn't want to go and buy pots, I think I might have to for the lonely leek. And then I moved all my salad leaves in here. So we've got some spinach regrowing again because the last one got a bit manky. We've got some kale in there doing its thing. We've got some lamb's lettuce at the back, and then this is some asparagus that we can't harvest until 2025. Which no one told me about when it comes to growing asparagus, but there you go. This is chard that got put out in a pot probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's thriving. I actually think these ones are ready for me to harvest, the bigger ones, so I might do that later, but we don't really have any recipes for the chard. We'll have to make some up. We've got some red chard here doing its thing. This is getting a bit more strength. And then small little tomato plant here just because there wasn't any room in the big one. We've got some French marigolds that grow from seeds because they're meant to be very good for attracting pollinators to tomatoes. Another one here that I've just moved into a spot because this did have a tomato plant, but a cat got in here and dug it up, which I don't wish harm on animals, but I was close. Ooh, let me just get that little sprouting in the middle. One thing you've got to note with tomato plants here is if they've got, there you go, can you see that little sprouting bit in the little V? You've got to pinch them off, and that helps encourage the other arms. So I think there's one there. Sorry, I'm like doing this as well as holding the camera, making you guys seasick. So these are all, I think, just climbing tomatoes, I believe, and then all the oh no, these might be the heirloom tomatoes maybe. Definitely the other ones are French heirloom, and I feel like all these in here are climbing. This one's definitely climbing, but these two might be the French heirloom tomatoes. We'll see anyway when they start to do something. And then over here is kind of like the tomato patch of joy. So we've got loads of French marigolds, some basil in there. Again, it's meant to be a great kind of deterrent for pests and stuff when it comes to growing tomatoes, plus it's just a beautiful fragrance. Like this whole area smells incredible, even when you water it as well. It's just like, oh, amazing. And then just loads of tomatoes that are starting to bud, so we'll have some tomatoes soon. I am feeling the sun on my back, so yeah, I'm gonna kind of come in now. But yeah, the garden is looking great. I'm trying not to show my laundry off too much, but yeah, I like this view right here. Just absolutely lovely. And yeah, need to message my neighbour and see if she wants that artichoke plant. Okay, I look tired. Oh my god, I'm like been on a cleaning mission in the living room. So it is a couple of hours since I last spoke to you, like like it's been a while, but our friends came and picked up the sofa. They were very happy with it. They were like, yeah, it'll do for what we need to do. So I was so happy to give it to them. And then literally I've just spent the last couple of hours cleaning the living room, but also rearranging it. It's been interesting. We've had like a little bit of like a, oh, we didn't think we'd like it, but I'm starting to warm up to the space, and I think once we get the final elements, like I'll fully embrace it. So let me show you what we've got going on in the living room and our new situational setup. That wasn't a phrase, but we're going with it. Let me show you the living room. Okay, Dash, are you going to be the tour guide? Show us the living room. So 3, 2, 1. Here you go. So this is like the living room setup. So, oops, sorry baby. Getting underfoot, aren't you? So this is kind of your view now from the kitchen. And then if you are coming down the stairs, this is your view here. It feels so much bigger, like it feels humongous now. But I feel like if we had done this with our old sofa, it would have felt too small furniture in such a big room, if that makes sense. Like, I think with design, a lot of stuff kind of comes down to like the size of your furniture. The bigger your furniture, the bigger your room can feel, as juxtaposition it can be, but it's true. I am not happy with it in front of the door like this, like it's really, really bugging me. But what I was saying to Lee was, if anyone remembers the vlog where I admitted to shrinking my curtains because I washed them and it turns out they are 100% linen, what I'm going to do is when we get those replaced, because they were IKEA curtains, I'm going to move those ones there, and then that will be like permanently shut, and that will just have people think it's an illusion of a window. Yeah, a window. So that'd be cute there. And then I think like in that corner, I might look at maybe doing like a tree or something. I definitely said to Lee, I want to like do a DIY little table just to hold some, like, you know, if I'm having a drink, I can put it down there. The rug is definitely not big enough. I was having like panics about it being a magic carpet with just the coffee table floating, hence why everything's a bit arranged like this. So definitely we need like a much larger rug, which obviously is not something you can afford at the moment because that is going to cost us a couple of hundred, but once we do, it's going to really bring everything into place. We were a bit like, oh, I don't know about this situation. There is a lot of gap here to kind of turn and come into the room and whatnot. So we're going to see how it goes. This was actually the table that used to be over there. So you remember the lamp that used to sit there? That was the table. It's just an old IKEA table that we've had for ages. I don't necessarily think this will be the table that we'll use here because I don't think it quite works. I think maybe we need like a little pillar table smaller than this, but for now this will do. Obviously here the mirror needs to move forward. I need to move this, which if you've ever wondered what this box is, it's the carbon monoxide tester, but it's not like wired, it's just battery, so I can just move it up there, out of sight, out of mind. And then I think the mirror needs to kind of go here-ish. So again, this is where we're gonna have to play around with the like table, because it's probably going to cover half the mirror, because if I go too forward it's going to stick out into like the stairs. So I think it needs to be about here, hello, to kind of work. I've put the basket there just to kind of ground that situation. I've steamed the couch, so obviously it says to iron your cushion covers. I have not. I never iron any of these things. I've got my trusty steamer. Go back and look at what I did with the chair to see how I steam if you're that interested, but essentially it's a really nice steamer that just helps, like especially in this situation, just get everything out. I've flipped all the cushions around so they look a little bit more stuffed, but I definitely think we need to do a little bit of a trickaroo with stuffing the cushions just to make them a bit more plump. I've actually just done it here with this one, and this looks like brand new, so I think I'm gonna do a little cheeky blog post soon on that. Obviously just need to get rid of those as and when I build that console table. So you can see we've pulled it away from the wall so it's not quite on the wall. Looks so much better, but we definitely need to do like a console table thing just to finish that off. And then one big piece of artwork, and there is a picture light. There was like a picture light on this wall. It's controlled by one of those switches over there. So I think we'll get a prettier one and picture light it, and then that will frame this section here nicely. And then we've put the coffee table here, so there's a nice gap so you can walk through this bit into this bit of the room, but you can also walk here. It's not so much of a big gap here, but I don't necessarily think you'll come that way to go all the way around, and you would probably go that way around and sit there. Dash's bed is just kind of floating. It's not quite working in this space. In fact, this whole area just feels a bit too big. I have suggested to Lee that we get like a stool or a poof here, just something extra just to break up the big space. I'm gonna just go on Pinterest and have a look and go from there. But Dash's little basket of toys is quite cute there. I'm just gonna move it further in to the sofa area. Let's move you over here. There we go. That's much nicer. Oh, and if you want some real life, there is a extension cord that we were using to plug in the lamp when it was here, and it's got my laptop and a phone charger. So whoever sits this side can be charging while on the go, because you can't quite get to the, well, you can, but you'd have to clamber over, and no one wants to do that. So armchair's just been pulled a bit more forward. I still need to sort out the cables and whatnot there, but now you can kind of cut around there to that one. Which we never really actually go to that space at all, but if you needed to, you can just cut around there. It's absolutely no problem. And then I've added 2 frames onto here. Let me just zoom in. So you know about my little family wall situation here. Well, I had 2 frames. One of them was on the side table next to me, and one of them was in our entryway. So I had to put them here. So this one is a picture of me and Lee when we were at our wedding together. And then this is a vintage picture of me with my grandma. My grandma passed away 2-ish years ago, but she had this frame. It's in my memory box, which was one of the first sewing projects I ever created. It's like a fabric frame which said my granny and me, and I put this photo in for her. And when we were clearing out her estate, she'd kept it almost like 25 years. So I just was like, I want to keep that photo of me and her. I might grayscale it one day, but for now it's fine. I do want to change all the frames out to either this kind of like shiny white with the gold, or just a gold frame, just so they all match. But that's, again, something I'll pick up on my travels. And then over here, we've obviously got the Ralph Lauren lamp, which, if we go over here, is just like, let me just show you this little vignette. Like, we can so entertain out in this room because it's really just opened up the space. Dash on this cooling mat. He's so warm, bless him, and I think he's very bored because he's not allowed out because it's like 24 degrees at the moment. Like, the concrete is really hot on my feet, so can't put his paws on there. But I just judged up this little table, so this was like the latest vintage piece I found. I don't know if I vlogged this, but here she is. I definitely put it on my Instagram and stuff, so do go check that out. And I've just rearranged it. So this is Furbo camera, this is the dog nanny camera. I'm not sure this is the right location for him. I'm gonna have to see once the internet is connected, like what the view looks like. It might be something that we actually put, oh sorry if I made you feel seasick, over there, because if we make the console table and put it there, like, it's gonna give us a good 360 of the room. Oh, see, even that's like a cute little Dash's butt. Little cute view here once I change up the artwork, but I figured here for now. And then I actually found this vase on HomeSense. They had loads of them in different sizes. They had like the extra large for $17.99, and this was $14.99, which I thought was a bargain for what it was. And if you want to know what's inside it, a little room spray and the lighter for the candles. And then I just clambered upstairs. Ooh, there we go. Just grabbed a couple of books to stack everything up on. And this is pretty much the room completed. So realistically, I need to figure out what I'm doing in this corner here with everything. I need to change the artwork up, probably keep the lampshade as it is for now, and brand new rug situation. And then this room, curtains, this room is completed after that. Like, this room will be perfect to go, and maybe change up the cushions. But again, these are not things I need to do now. These are wish list thing. Also, the armchair, I quite like that it doesn't completely match because it's different like covers, because I feel like if it was too matchy it might hurt my brain a little bit. But I am still going to look at, maybe as a future project, changing this up to maybe like a stripe, because I think that would be good if it's like a stripe number to really pull off that coastal grandmother look. And then I just remembered I do need to do something with this fireplace. Ages ago, I put contact paper on it. I think it's in like one of the room full makeover videos. You can see my Amazon parcel there. It's just one of the photo frames that I need, photo albums that I need to fill. But you can see how it's done a really bad job, and when people have been fixing it, they've really kind of battered it up. So I really need to redo this, particularly as you will now see the bottom of the heath. So I think actually what I might do is keep the stone as it is on the heave half, or whatever you call it, but just look at covering this bit up. Again, we'll do that DIY project another time. But yeah, this is kind of the room, and I'm obsessed with how it is looking at the moment. Okay, I am finishing where I started, except for a different angle, because the window was really like blowing me out when I had you over behind me. But this is not a bad little view at all here. But yeah, I'm gonna call it on this very random little vlog. It's been a very wholesome one, but it was just really to say hello again and catch up, and then very much like show you off kind of things that are going on. Like I said, there's a lot of plans to do stuff. It is just a case of finding the time and finding kind of like the funds basically to do the projects. So it definitely will be happening, hello, but it just won't be as often as every week. But I hope you guys do understand, and I will try to do some content and get something out every other week. And like I said, bonus videos coming up, and I'm going to try and do something special for Vlogmas again, because I didn't get to complete Vlogmas last year for obvious reasons. So I'm really going to try and do something, probably not every day, because that'd be crazy if I can't just do it once a week and then I decide to do every day in December. But maybe I might do something like 3 videos in December and do something like that, with a mixture of like the DIY craft stuff and the decorating and whatnot. You'll have to let me know what you kind of think. I know it's crazy to say we're thinking about that already, but I'm always about 3 or 4 months ahead when it comes to like seasonal content on the blog. Anywho guys, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to leave you guys to go and watch someone else that you love to watch on YouTube, and I'm going to go and finish my coffee and get on with some ironing. I'll probably watch the last episode, the reunion episode of Vanderpump Rules. Comment down below your thoughts on Scandival. If you are a trash panther like me, I want to know exactly what you're thinking, because oh my god, like it's been a roller coaster. But yeah, that's going to be my wholesome afternoon for the rest of the evening. I do hope you enjoyed this video. I do hope you enjoyed this little catch up. It's been lovely speaking to you guys again. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your week. Have a lovely rest of your day, wherever you are. I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.